there's a conversation happening about how we raise our black children that I think we need to have. And before anyone gets defensive, before anyone blows me up in the comments, I believe that black children should absolutely be taught that everyone is equal and everyone is beautiful and all of those things. I believe that they should be taught that their skin color does not define their intelligence, their character, their worth, and it doesn't mean that they can't accomplish certain things because of their skin color. Let me just make that clear. But there's a difference between teaching your child that they're equal and other people are equal and just ignoring racism completely and sending your child into a colorblind world. The first thing I want to bring up is there is a user on TikTok who uploaded a video saying that her sister has a baby daddy who's black and they have biracial kids and they've never taught their sons to act differently around the police or in any environment, and they basically taught them to be colorblind. So let's go ahead and roll that one first.
Okay, my sister, who's white just like me, her baby daddy's black. They have 2 sons. Never once said to them, hey, if you get pulled over, be careful because cops will treat you different. We've never once taught them to look at skin color.
She claims in a video that it's racist to basically prepare your child for the world. Because again, you may be teaching your child that they're equal and all of these great things, but there are other people having other conversations at dinner that you may not be having. They may be telling their child, stay away from this guy because he's this skin color. So you absolutely have to prepare your child for the world. And it's not you saying that a certain person is bad. It's just teaching your black child, especially your black sons, they need to be cautious when they go out into the world. And then she goes as far as to poke fun at black mothers who are having these conversations with their kids. Look at this.
I just tell them, be careful if you're in certain spaces and like there's people there that don't look like you. Like if their skin is a little darker, or if they're Asian and their eyes are slanted, if their skin is really dark black, or they're the light skinned black type, or like Spanish.
And this is why I say it's very important to know who you're laying down with, because if someone wants to have kids, wants to have biracial kids, or wants to have mixed race kids, they should absolutely be prepared to talk to their children about racism instead of acting like it just doesn't exist. That's equivalent to telling your daughters that all men are good and you have nothing to worry about. You can walk outside at 3 in the morning and nothing will happen to you. There's no risk whatsoever. That is setting your child up for failure. And it's not just white moms or white dads. It's also black people that do the same thing, where they want their child to be colorblind. And unfortunately, it leads to a lot of pain and confusion for the child when they do experience something because they don't know what's going on. And she's not the only one. There was a UFC fighter who had stated after he adopted a black son that he is not raising a black child or a black man. He is raising a child. He is raising a man, period. He wanted to take race completely out of it. Check this out.
I'm not raising black children. I'm raising children. I'm not raising black men. I'm raising men.
I want to make this abundantly clear. If you are adopting a child from another race, you absolutely need to learn about that culture and that race and things and struggles that they may have, you may not have. And that should be a requirement completely. I feel like if you are adopting a child of another race, doesn't matter what it is, if they're Asian, Hispanic, black, whatever, it does not matter. What you need to do is they need to put in these courses that are required for parents who are adopting kids that don't look like them. Kids that are of different color of them. I feel like that would help with a lot of things. That's why you have kids out here running around without having a black barber, hair's looking crazy, all those things. I've seen it out in public several times. It's important to know other people's cultures, especially if you're planning and you want to love them fully. Because at the end of the day, you are raising a black child. They are going to have different struggles. They are going to have people viewing them differently. And again, you're setting that child up for failure. And there's so many black parents these days that teach their kids to be colorblind. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing in a perfect world. In a perfect world, they would not be judged by the color of their skin. But unfortunately, they are, so you absolutely have to prepare them. Again, teach them to love everyone. That is important. But also, teach them to be cautious. And if this happens, they know exactly what is going on so that they're not confused. And they're like, well, I got pulled over and the cop pulled me out of the car, but Johnny was still in the car and they didn't search him. Like, they need to know why these things are happening to them so they're not just confused. And that's the truth when it comes to adopted parents, black parents, parents of biracial kids, everybody. You need to prepare your kids. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that aren't preparing their kids. They're sending them to PWIs, private schools, all these things where they're the only one, and it gets really confusing, especially as they get older, and then things hit them. And then they're like, what is going on? Or they put themselves into dangerous situations, because why wouldn't you teach your child about race? Your child could be stopping in a town that is basically a sundown town, and you didn't teach them what a sundown town was, or that you probably shouldn't go there because they'll probably pull you over, they'll probably do X, Y, and Z. This is what I mean when I say we have to educate our children. And again, it's not teaching your children to hate at all. Again, teach your children to love. People are equal. It is preparing your child like you would prepare your daughter for going out into the world, and not telling her, yeah, it's okay if you walk at 3 in the morning. Oh, it's okay if you hang out with a group of guys. There's nothing to worry about. It's the same thing. And because some people can't see it unless it's gender. Like a lot of white women can see it when it's gender, but when it comes to race, suddenly it's, I don't get it. So let me put it in simpler terms. Would you not prepare your daughter for the way that some men are? Not all, some. Just prepare her so that she does not go into the world and she's not completely blind. That's all I'm saying. I want to know everyone's thoughts. What do you think? Let me know down below. Do you think that it's a bad thing to teach your child to be colorblind, especially if they're going to be judged in this world? Do you think that it's necessary to have the conversation with your child about how they might be treated? What do you think? I really want to know your thoughts. Let me know why you think that.